Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Red Raiders will put total leather and will get started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Commodores' offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, man.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading, bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide-open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A little screen to the running back. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Steps away to find some room. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Red pass, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Looking downfield, it's Huffman. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. A low line drive and short kick. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Quarterback on the keeper. Hard running there. Lowers those pads. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. The Red Raiders trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Try to barge their way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Makes the grab. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So now on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Power football with the run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball support.
Well, it's plays like that that will help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got a wide open receiver. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Huffman. Quarterback moving. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Cincinnati is on top. They've played awfully well today, and though that's not Desmond Ridder out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll give it to him again. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves the change for the first down. And the Red Raiders have taken it inside the 20. Quick completion to the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
The give to the big fullback. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
How about that? 4th down, they turn around and hand it to the big fella, fullback, to see if he can punch forward and move the pile, but just nowhere to go. The D-line up front. Give them...
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Trying to find his man in the middle. Got him downfield. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making it accurate.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Vandy. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Vanderbilt, 14, Texas Tech, 3.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find... Kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down. Because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Huffman. He makes the connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Got a man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Doors. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Russo. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Pocket starts to collapse. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board. Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits.
Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think that...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. This crowd knows when to bring it. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Huffman. Moving away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket and starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he passes on the touchback. And the ball is loose on the return. Corralled by the kicking team. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to get to him. On a little time, lets it go.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. The pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Commodores will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to risk a return. Ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the left side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll try to do it himself. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. And you've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, going up top. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. And they decide to trot out the kicker. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. It is good. putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Huffman. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after he's...
5 Texas.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Dances away to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
No huddle here for the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Mendoza. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Red Raiders are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
How great is it to be an offensive coordinator having a quarterback like this? Because he can go and generate first downs with you throwing the ball and running the ball. It seems like there's nothing this kid can't do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Headed outside for the line. It's Davis. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, there's the ball. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He wants to go deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Red Raider. And they take it in for 6 more points. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back. This is a totally different looking team than what we saw earlier.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking for a man. It's Francis. He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Commodores will have it 1st and 10.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game? But the gamble paid off.
Avoids pressure. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Quick strike complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Commodores are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Commodores! And once he got loose, it was all over. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
39, Texas Tech, 26.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Bringing it back. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Dropping back, it's Francis. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Vandy. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
26.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they spike it to stop the clock.
Incomplete. Third down coming up.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown Doors! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas Tech, 33.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the catch. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll throw it on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.